So, you're here for a QME exam, and in advance we find out exactly what the issues are that need to be addressed. Once you've reached a plateau, which is called a permanent and stationary, and you are not back to your pre-injury status, the question is, what is your level of disability, or what is your level of what we call, according to the AMA guides to impairment, what is your level of impairment? So there's a special book, which I'm showing you here, that is the Bible. It's the 5th edition, and it is the guides to the evaluation of permanent impairment. Now in California, so this is what it looks like here, Guides to Permanent Impairment. Very, very thick book, 18 chapters, and as a QME, or even if I weren't a QME, as a conscientious practitioner in the workers' comp system, as well as any other having to do with automobile injuries and things, I have spent the time, the energy, and the money studying with experts and studying this book. So I'm an expert in this 5th edition of the Guide to Permanent Impairment by the AMA. This is the gold standard that we use in the qualified medical evaluation system, as well as a lot of other kinds of situations. So impairment is the degree to which your body no longer can do what a healthy individual can do. It could be a loss of range of motion. Maybe you can only move it this far. Maybe your arm only comes up this high. Your shoulder, you can't reach it higher than that. I mean, normally it should be able to go all that way, but so we do a variety of different kinds of measurements. If that is what's going on, a physical impairment where you're not able to do certain things. Maybe the strength is low. Maybe you can't lift your leg up all the way. Maybe your foot drops like that because there is a damage of some sort to one of the nerves that goes from the lower back down into the leg, and thus you cannot keep your foot up and it drags. There are a lot of different kinds of permanent impairments. In other words, you will not get that function back. And so that could be one of the things that we have to look at. One of the things that I have to examine, and I have to make a determination as to where you fit as far as whether you have a permanent impairment and to what degree do you have that impairment based on this book, based on the AMA guides. You can see it's very well worn. I have a lot of extra notes in here that I use to do these evaluations. And it's a very set up, step-by-step process that one has to go through. But a lot of individuals, a lot of practitioners are not doing it in the proper way. Actually, I have to say that when I look at reports of other physicians, and physicians in the California workers' comp system include psychologists, include medical doctors, include osteopaths, include acupuncturists, I mentioned chiropractors. So there are a variety of different professionals, medical professionals who are classified as physicians in the workers' comp system, and acupuncturists like myself, licensed acupuncture, we are also physicians in the workers' comp system. But in order to actually write a proper report that can be used in the workers' compensation system, court system, because it's actually a medical legal, so it's a legal process because there is a special court that makes these medical determinations based on the physician's medical opinion. So the court will say, yes, we have come based on the attorneys on both sides and based on these reports, we conclude that this individual has XYZ level of impairment, and then that gets translated into a disability rating. So that's essentially what impairment and disability are, and those could be some of the factors that have to be looked at in the QME examination.